What is happening, guys? My name is Jamie. Today we are reviewing Kingdom of Giants and the album Passenger, which was released through Sharp Tone Records. Now, what can I say about this album? That this is a melodic metalcore album. Now, if you don't like metalcore, hear me out. And you're wondering why is there metalcore on this channel? I do enjoy metalcore in some departments. Like, there has been some good metalcore albums this year, like Polaris, Bleed From Within. Well, Fit for a King was okay, I suppose. But so we've had some okay metalcore albums this year, but I just feel that the metalcore genre is declining because you're getting the same old generic shit from other bands over and over again. Yeah, you have to really dig deep to find some really good metalcore now. But it's very different for other genres such as death metal, black metal, where there is also some absolutely amazing stuff, even if you just randomly pick one. I digress. This album, Kingdom of Giants, Passenger, was released this week. So I decided to check it out. This was one of the albums that I kind of wanted to review and give you my thoughts on what I think about this modern age metalcore sound that a lot of people seem to love. In my opinion, this album is a good album. It's a good metalcore album for what it is. It's generic, but they make generic done differently on this album. This album is heavily focused on synthesizers. There's a lot of synthesizers on this album that really create this element of surprise, that really creates this atmosphere. Like, for every single song on this album, you get synthesizers that creates this 80s sort of retro tone on some of these songs, which is very different to other metalcore bands I've heard recently. This album is not as heavy as the other metalcore albums I've checked out. But yeah, this is a good album by this band. It's not a great album, but it is a good album. The lyrics on this album are pretty mature. I feel like that this is sort of a themed album where basically you are the passenger, metaphorically, in a car. The road is your life. The road is your life, and basically you have no control of your life. You are looking at your life from the sidelines. That's sort of what I was getting from this album. And overall, some of these songs are pretty good. They are pretty good, and some of the songs are very anthemic, quite melodic as well. The production, on the other hand, is absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed the production on this album. Not too crisp, not mechanical. The tone of the snare sounds really good, along with the really genty guitars you're getting throughout this album. I suppose one negative thing about this album is the overall guitar tone, especially in one particular song called Bleach. I didn't really enjoy Bleach. I loved how slow it was, but the guitar tone was really fucking annoying me. You know what? I didn't enjoy the guitar tone on Bleach, and that's my honest opinion. Bleach is a good song. If you really changed the tone of the guitar tone, it would have been amazing. Most of the guitar tone is absolutely fantastic. There are a lot of gems on this album, especially on Two Suns and also Night Shift. There's also some poppy choruses as well, as you expect from metalcore, where you have some really harsh, aggressive vocals throughout the verses, and then you got some beautiful cleans as well. Vocals are dynamic in range, and at times the clean vocals are quite jarring. We get those harsh, aggressive vocals that just jar onto the clean vocals at times. Makes it quite uncomfortable to listen to because you don't know where this song is going. Some of these songs are generic. They sound like generic metalcore. The song structures on paper seem generic, but when Kingdom of Giants do it, it's a whole different ball game because the production is absolutely fantastic. It really is. And just the overall emotion that the vocalists convey throughout this album really tells me that, you know what, the vocalist is really selling on what they are playing, and the whole band is pretty tight and cohesive. Really enjoyed the song Night Shift. Thought that was a fantastic song. Love how melodic it was. Sync was a really good song as well. Quite weird at times. Really love the synth elements throughout this song, but we get to a very anthemic chorus. Side Effect is another really good song. You get 00397, which is overall a very synthy sort of song. Really reminds me of My Pain by Slipknot. Which is the worst fucking song of Slipknot ever. They do it very differently because it's an interlude that bleeds on to the song Burner. Burner's a good song, really good song. Love the gritty guitar riff. Then you get a bit of a downfall with Wayfinder, which was an okay song. I just feel that, yeah, this song was a bit predictable. There were some predictable breakdowns. And then you got songs like Blue Dream, which was a good song. Sleeper, which is sort of melancholic. This is a melancholic metalcore song. Very, Very melancholic, dare I say, really reminds me of something out of Catatonia, especially the beautiful melancholic sections. And then you get Bleach. Is definitely one of the weakest songs off the album, just because of that guitar tone. That guitar tone was fucking annoying as fuck. Then the album ends off strongly with Lost Hills, and The Ride would definitely be one of my favourite songs off the album, because I believe Courtney from Spirit Box was also in it, with beautiful angelic vocals in the distance, and I think she incorporates harsher vocals throughout the chorus. But damn, it's a fantastic fucking way to end off the album. So overall, this album starts really strong, really fucking strong, and then it sort of dies down, but then it really picks up again at the end. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. I listened to it a few times and really tried to give my thoughts. And some of these songs are fucking catchy as fuck. They are melodic, they are progressive. There are some progressive elements that are quite jarring as well. But if you love progressive metal, you're gonna probably really enjoy this. You just gotta get over those clean vocals. I know some people don't appreciate the clean vocals on some songs where you get some really jarring metalcore vocals along with some really whiny angelic vocals. His vocals aren't whiny. They're not whiny like some other metalcore bands out there. His vocals are pretty solid, and overall I enjoyed this album. Like I said, some of these songs are predictable, but it's a good generic metalcore album in my opinion. They have done generic right on this album, because you expect harsh aggressive vocals to those clean vocals, but when I wanted some songs to lead on, it was maybe a guitar solo, or maybe some different odd time signatures, not just the same old repetitive riffs over and over again. Some of this album is repetitive. I gotta admit, some of this album is repetitive, therefore the score will be degraded. In all honesty, it's a very fun, bobbing, headbanging album. It's a 6.5 out of 10. So I'll give this album a 6.5 out of 10. It's nothing groundbreaking for metalcore, but damn, it feels like this album is sort of in the right direction to steer metalcore But damn, it feels like this album is in the right direction to steer metalcore back to its earlier roots, in my opinion. But yeah, good album. Oh, would it make it my end of the year list? Fuck no, it wouldn't. God no. No, it wouldn't make it to my end of the year list. And it probably won't make it to my top 10 albums of October. But I gotta say that, yeah, it was a good album. So 6.5 out of 10 it gets. Let me know if you heard this album. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? So keep discussion going in the comment section below. Remember, Discovery will be out in a few days. I've heard a few albums, and I've got to say some really good albums as well. And you're probably saying why I didn't review those albums, just because I got a lot to say on Discovery. Hope you did enjoy this episode, and I will see you in the next one.